All right, gang, welcome back to our competitive one-tile challenge here on Farmlands with my friends Rusty Money Gaming and Crustu. Make sure you check out their playthroughs. There's a link down below in the description in case you have yet to do so. And as you can clearly tell, we've been up at the shop. We modified our trailer here. There's a couple reasons for that. You also see in the right-hand corner, I have a hell of a lot more money than where we started off with in the last episode. There are reasons for that. I'm going to go through those here in just a moment. But I want to make sure this actually works for our silage and we're not in a bigger issue than we're in right now, which it kind of seems like we are in a bigger issue because this is not working either. Oh boy. Well, I guess we'll have to figure that out here in a minute. Nonetheless, I've made some changes. So in the last episode, we kind of talked about, you know, what was happening with what Rusty found, right? The little trick he found with the liftable bale and pallet mod. So evidently that mod has the ability for you to utilize some equipment that's included with it, which we did not know. Neither one of us knew it. That allows you to use equipment that is maybe slightly more on the unrealistic side. So what have I done? Well, we kind of had a discussion, the three of us had a discussion around it, and all kind of agreed that since we're utilizing the liftable bale and pallet mod, we're going to be allowed to use this kind of machine like he was using. So what I did was sell our forage forage wagon, which might not have been the smartest play. As you can see there, we're having some issues. And two, sold the windrower, and then I bought this. So basically what this does is it allows you to bale small tiny grass bales or the larger bales that you saw in the last episode that Rusty was putting down. Those are actually hay bales. So no matter what we do, we're still going to have those tiny little bales from this, but it does give you a nice width to pick it up so you don't really need the windrower anymore, right? So we went with this approach, which ended up giving us a heck of a lot more money. It appears, though, and it's a little bit of a shame here, but it appears that our production here does not allow us to unload into this trailer. It almost makes this trailer obsolete at this point. I don't understand why it won't work, but it is not working no matter what I do. Okay, well, I guess I'm going to have to go back here and well, you know what, I'm going to leave it as it is for the time being, I guess. I don't know what else to do with it. Now, we've got $40,000 to rename. It's a decent amount of money. It's not a ton of money, but it's a decent amount of money, right? We're going to be doing some more mowing today, obviously, for obvious reasons. We've got to figure out a way, though, to be able to take some of that silage and sell it. This is not working to plan at all. I guess either way, we're going to have to go buy a trailer of some sort. Now, besides just the trailer, though, there is something else in the used market, which I am kind of eyeing. These guys right now, at least right now at the current time, they don't have enough money to buy this. They've only got a couple $1,000s to their name. I've got 40 grand. I can buy a harvester here, a used harvester here, for almost 60% off what the actual price of that is. That would help us so much as we continue along here into the process of this series. I'm having a hard time not purchasing that right now. Our old forage wagon is actually out there, so I guess I could buy that back if I need to, but I think there's some cheaper options and cheaper routes to go. So let's see, what can we do here? This is not how I plan to start this episode, so you're gonna have to bear with me for a minute. What we can do here for this silage, because that is really our big main, you know, money maker, if you will. I'm also planning on buying this as the auto load bale trailer for those little tiny square bales we're going to make, which is 6 grand, so it's not an outrageous amount, but given the fact that this is out here, it's going to kind of cause me a little bit of issue. I guess what I can do is just use this one, because this one should work. It only has an 8-meter extension, which isn't anything crazy. It's going to mean a lot of trips, a lot more trips than we were doing before, which is not really the most ideal situation. But, you know, overall, I think we're going to save time from having to do the windrowing and then the baling, or the forage wagging that we were doing before, right? So a quick note on what we were talking about a few seconds ago with the baler, right? I'm going to talk about this really quick, and then we'll stop talking about it. This is the baler that he's using. This is the one that I purchased. It's the liftable pallets and bale mod. If you go in here, there's a working width, and that's what he was basically doing. We're going to basically put a limit on 24. That's way too much. He's using 12 meter, which is what I ended up going with as well. So it's just going to help out a little bit. And since it's already been utilized, it seems a little pointless to deny it now at this point. He's already got that advantage, so we're going to do that too. So I guess, I mean, it's not really the most ideal situation. I guess what I could do is, how much is the bigger one here? So there's this one. That's so expensive. Oh, that is so expensive. $30,000 for this? And the most we can get, I mean, we'd have to pay 40 grand. We'd have to pay all of our money to get the big one here. I don't love that. I don't love that at all. Don't love that. So I guess we have to go with this one, but really I was only going to utilize this as the auto load. Ah, man, this trailer really screwed me. It says in there that it can accept silage, so I think it's just something to do with the trailer and the actual production itself causing issues, I think. I don't know what else it could be, right? There was this truck. I should have probably purchased this. There was this truck in the used market at the end of the last episode. We didn't look at it together, but after we were done, I did some more, cleanup work kind of thing, and it was out there. I probably should have purchased it. It was like 20 grand. I probably should have purchased that then. Although, even with the extension, it's really small, right? It's really, really small, but it goes like 55 mile per hour or something like that. So it would cut our time there and back by half. All right. Well, I'm just kind of screwing around. We're wasting time here. Let's go for this one. Let's go for it. We have to. We kind of have to, right? We have no choice here. We're going to use kind of what we've been doing here a bit. Yeah, we'll go with that. I think the gray or the tan, it's $300 more. I really don't want to spend any money right now, even though I know we have a ton of money. I don't really want to spend extra money right now, so we're just going to go with whatever's free. Yeah, let's go with that. 9 grand, 3,000 more to have the extension. What's this design do? Oh, it just gives us a different perspective on the sides here. I actually kind of like it without anything on it, so we'll go with that. It's not perfect, but it'll do the trick. It still gives us enough money as well to buy that harvester if we want to go that route, which I'm more than likely going to be doing, gang. I'm going to tell you that right now. I would love to put down that production that Crest you put down, because that's really our goal here. That's where we want to go next. But again, we don't really have enough goat milk, in my opinion, yet to really justify putting that down. We'd put it down and spend $25,000 on that, only for us to not really make anything from that aged goat cheese for probably another half a year, maybe longer. So at least another 6-7 episodes probably before really we'd get a pallet out of that. I think we'll make $25,000 by then and utilize it at that point, if that makes sense, right? Hopefully have a little bit more goat milk. Now maybe I'm wrong, right? Maybe I'm incorrect. But I guess we'll figure that out as we move along, I guess. Now, hopefully this works. If this doesn't work, then we're really screwed. We're really, really screwed. It works no problem. So it's something to do with that trailer. Man, that sucks. That really sucks. That trailer's going to be kind of pointless at this point, I guess. So let's see. How much milk do we have? I think we still only have 25 goats. I don't think they've reproduced yet. Yeah, they haven't. Yeah, we almost have one full pallet. We don't even have one yet, so the biggest problem we're going to have here, we've got 70-something thousand liters of silage because we did a lot of grass mowing in the last episode, right? So this is going to be our biggest problem, is how many times we're going to have to sit here and teleport these all the way to the train station. I guess what I could do for a little less profit is not drive as far, and that would probably help out. Let's see. How what's the difference here? How big of a money loss are we going to take here if we go somewhere closer? 179. Farmers Market's 123. Rusty's 122. $50 is a lot, but it's going to take us a hell of a lot just to get... It's going to take us a hell of a lot of gas, wear and tear, just to get there and back, and how many times we're going to have to do it. I think, in the interest of saving money and time, we are going to sell at Rusty's sell point. He's going to love this. He's going to love this. I just think this is the smartest play for us, even though we're not going to make as much money. Oh, here he comes. Okay, so we're all over the place at the beginning because it really screwed up my plans. It's not really what I planned to do, but let me talk a little bit more about what's going on today. So this is our Christmas special episode. What does that mean? Well, you're getting a full episode here, but at the end of the episode, we're going to do something a little special for all of you as the Christmas special. This is obviously out on Christmas. It's a bonus video of the competitive one-tile challenge, which normally this only comes out once a week on Saturdays, right? So this is a bit of a bonus already, but secondary, it is actually going to be a little bit of fun had at each other's expense with something we're going to do. I'm not really going to give anything else specifically away from that, but it's going to be something that is not farming related directly, but it's something that's in the Farming Simulator game. So we're not leaving, to go play a different game or like that. It's still on this map. Everything we're doing is on this map. It's going to be a lot of fun. I think you're going to really enjoy it. I think it's going to be pretty funny. I think you're going to get some good laughs out of it. And yeah, we'll see how things move along. We'll see how things go. I'm surprised Rusty didn't just, take this track and build the track from here over to here. I'm surprised he didn't go any further than that. Maybe somebody in the comments yelling at me about how I'm losing, I'm probably going to lose overall almost $1,000, right? By not going all the way as far as we're going to go, but the wear and tear and the gas, I mean, we're going to spend probably $300 in gas. Maybe not that much, but we're going to spend probably a couple $100 in gas, I would think, going there and back with how small this trailer is now. But anyway, I still thought what we did was the best choice for us and the best overall approach for us, because it gave us a little bit more money, and now we've been gifted with a used harvester in the market. I'm going to go ahead and purchase it now, just in case one of those guys has something crazy that they decide to do that I'm not aware of. Can I change the colors for any amount of money? I can change the colors. This is great. Although, Clash, you normally wouldn't want to change those colors, but we're going to do it anyway. I think I might change these backwards. Yeah, I think that looks a little bit better. Chassis color, we want that to be a green, and then the rim color can be this grayish color. I think that looks pretty good. Is it perfect? No, but I think it looks pretty good. We now own it. We own a harvester, gang. Those guys are going to be so pissed when they found out I bought that. They're going to be so mad. More than likely, I mean, I guess there's a chance that another one could pop up in the used market, but more than likely, when it comes time to harvest, they're going to have to pay for a full one, right? A full-priced one. Now, are there cheaper ones than that? Sure, of course there are. There's a couple that we have that are around that price, actually, that are brand new. But that thing is going to be able to go faster. It's going to be able to hold more. We're going to be able to do more with it, right? So I'm very happy that I made the decision to not put anything down, especially that production, just yet. We definitely are going to be doing it, but I don't think we need to do it just yet. Some other things I'd like to do today, potentially, if we can do so. Obviously, we're going to mow some more grass up. We're going to trying to get prepared to plow up some more fields. We would really, in the winter months now that it is December, we'd really like to start, getting things prepped and planned out, if you will. More specifically, what I'm referencing is we would like to get the fields all plowed up and prepped and ready to go for next season. Have everything set up how we want it, looking good, and kind of go from there. So that's really what the goals are going to be here for the next handful, well, not even handful, three months, I guess. A little less than that. I think you can start doing some stuff in March, right? So 3 months exactly, I guess, is what I'm talking about. Let's see. We've got... yeah, March we can start doing grass again. We can do oat in March and some other type of products, sunflowers, etc. We can start doing some other things potentially then as well, so that's good. Right now, we're just doing more of your cereal type of crops because obviously those are the best ones really to go with here. We've got pumpkins to sell today, which is going to be good. We're going to do that as well. We've got eggs we can sell, although eggs we probably are going to hold off on a little bit longer. We do have quite a few more animals, though, as far as the chickens go. 73 more chickens were born between the last month and this one, so we're making good progress here. We've got a hell of a lot of chickens now in there. We're going to have more. I'm going to run into Rusty real quick. Because why not? I hope he's in a menu or something. That's great. I hope he's in a menu. Oh, it's going to be glorious if he's in a menu. I can't wait to watch his video back. See, it's just good fun, man. It's just good quality fun. All right, I'm going to leave the rest of the silage in there for the time being. What we're going to do is we'll sell some of that silage, more than likely all the rest of that silage off camera. You don't need to watch me go back and forth selling silage, right? I do want to kind of show off the harvester a bit to all of them. I kind of want to tick them off a little bit. So we're going to do that here in a little bit. But we need to get started on doing some other things, like prime example of that is mowing, getting some of this mowing going underway and start preparing for another field. So eventually at some point I would love to put down some cows on the farm here. Right now, obviously, we're heavy on the goats and the chickens. That's going to be what we're going to be heavy on probably for the foreseeable future, but at some point in the near future, I do want to do cows. Now, as far as where the cows are going to go, I still really fully haven't made that decision. I was kind of tempting to put them back here, but I think that might be too far away, so I might end up making like a section for cows right here, something like this by our grass field. So I think that's what we're going to probably stick to doing. So I think for today, what we're going to do... Oh, I don't know what he just said. All right, hold on a second. Looks like somebody doesn't have permission to run their production. All right, hold on a second, gang. Evidently, when we... So, I guess that kind of just gave away a little bit about what we're doing. So I'll talk about it briefly. You can kind of see it in the distance. We're basically going to do a race. We're going to do a go-kart race of a track that I created for us on the map. So that is what's going to be coming here towards the end of the episode. So I guess, you know, that kind of gave it away a little bit, but I had to go in there so they were able to actually do stuff on their farm. So the way it works for that is you have to join another farm, basically, so we can, you know, do the karting, and then they had to join their farm back, and when they joined their farm back, we forgot to put on the fact that they are a farm manager so they can do everything, which they couldn't do before. So, but anyway, yeah, we're going to be doing a karting track, and you were going to see this anyway when we get up to this point, so it didn't really matter, I guess. But there is the karting track that I have created. It is a large track. I think we're going to do somewhere around probably 3 laps of it. We've all kind of tested it out a little bit. It is not perfect. I'm going to be fully transparent with you right now. It is not a perfect go-kart track. There are definitely some bumps in the middle of the track that shouldn't be there, but yeah, it just the way that things connect up, they just weren't perfectly flat, and it caused some issues, if you will. So, but anyway, it is still going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have a lot of fun doing that here in a little while. We've already bought our carts that we're going to be utilizing, and yeah, it's going to be interesting, man. It's going to be an interesting one. It's going to be a lot of fun. Now, it's supposed to snow today. I don't know exactly when that snow is going to get here. We can look at that here in just a second. Give me a second here to turn around and be able to start making some more traditional up and downs here, and we can take a look at that. Now, what else are we going to be trying to do? Well, you know, now that we've got the harvester, we don't need the headers still, but we've got the harvester out of the way. So that is, you know, one of the more expensive things that we were going to have to you know, pay for at some point, right? That was one of the more expensive things we were going to have to do. So really now, for me, I'm just trying to buff up as much as we can what we already have. So I'm going to buff up. The chickens are probably pretty close to actually being maxed out, but we're going to buff up the goats a little bit more, right? Try to get them to start producing a little bit more milk. Now, I fully understand, and I'm transparent, that if they are producing more milk, we might be able to make that money from that aged goat cheese production that we're going to be putting down at some point. That's okay, right? We will get there. Don't worry. We've got a lot of silage to sell. We're going to have a lot more silage when we're done with this, right? We've got all those pumpkins. We got the eggs eventually you're going to be able to sell, right? So we're going to be fine. Really, I want to buff those goats up because we have so much room for those goats. If we can really get a good amount of goats in there, we are going to make so much money, gang. We're going to make so much money. That aged goat cheese is going to be just cruising, man. We're going to be... I think they're like $8,000 a pallet, something like that. And I think a pallet has 2,000 liters on it. I don't even think it's one. I think it's two. So, I mean, we're going to be making $16,000 every time we sell one of those pallets, right? So if we have 100 and some goats in there when we put that production down, right, we're going to be making so much money because we didn't have anywhere near that on the Vintage Survival series. We had like 60, I think, goats or somewhere around that. So we're going to be just raking in the dough, which is going to be fantastic, right? I'm kind of leaving the harvester up at the used market on purpose just to see if they end up going, or at the market in general, the shop in general, to see if they end up going up there and taking a look and seeing it themselves. But I'm going to drive it through all of their land right in front of them. I want to make sure they see it if they haven't. They probably looked at the used market right off the bat. That's normally what we all do, right? So they probably already looked at the used market. They probably know it's out there, but have they looked again since I purchased it? I don't know. We didn't purchase it right off the bat, right? So maybe not. But if they look in the menu and see how much money I have left, they will clearly know that something has happened and that I've purchased something big, because I had almost $40,000 and now I've got 10. Or actually, I think I had a little bit over $40,000. Let's see, what else can we talk about? A couple other quick notes, I guess, to bring up is, you know, the Vanilla Survival Challenge with a twist is going well. People seem to enjoy that. If you haven't watched that, I recommend you do. Pretty exciting. I'm on my Discord, which there's a link down below if you want to join that. I'm started bringing back a little bit of a calendar-type schedule for the week, if you will, which kind of gives you, you know, a ballpark idea of what's coming out, you know, in order by day. And then if there's any day where I have 2 episodes, which I'm trying to do that kind of on Sundays now whenever I can. I mentioned that as well on that image that, you know, they're both done on the same day. Yeah, we're cruising along really nicely in most of those series, right? Most of those series we're doing really well. I'm very happy with how they're performing, how they're doing. People seem to be enjoying them, and hopefully that continues to be the case for the while. Now, just quick note, this is, you know, a Christmas special, like I mentioned, right? So this is coming out obviously it's on Christmas Day, so Merry Christmas to all of you. There's still going to be one this Saturday. We all plan to do the normal recording at the normal time unless something, drastically changes. We're planning to do that, and if something does change, obviously I will let you know that. But all of us said we can do it this Tuesday, even though it's Christmas week. We're actually recording this on a Sunday afternoon, so I guess what I'm trying to get at is you should be able to see 2 episodes of the competitive one-tile challenge this week, which is pretty exciting, I think. I love this series. I think about it every week and how I'm figure out ways to, do better and catch up to these guys. And I think we've, even though we had a little bit of a hiccup here at the beginning of the episode, I think we're accomplishing that pretty well right now. I really do. We've got a harvester. They don't. They're going to be, trying to figure out ways to pay for a harvester. We got a harvester. Is it used? Yes. Does it need a little service? Sure. Of course it does. Doesn't matter. We saved ourselves 60% off the price of this specific harvester if we wanted this one. And to be honest with you, as much as the small ones are going to be nice and helpful as far as your money goes, you're going to have to unload them so many times. This is going to be king for us, right? We're probably going to be able to harvest every field we have here without ever having to unload it. Right? In a second here, we're going to go grab our new baler, and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. What we saw on the last episode with Rusty Money Gaming and the baler. It's the same one he's using. It just seemed the best approach, and that's what we're doing, especially since we're going to allow it. Because if we didn't want to allow it, really, you'd want to probably remove the production itself, or the mod itself. But if we remove the mod, then we don't have the ability to do liftable bales and pallets, and we really all want that liftable bale and pallets on a series like this. It's just a helpful addition, and for those of us on console especially, I think it's even more helpful. Although it does seem that Cresty's been having a bit of an issue with it to an extent. It's not really picking up as easy for him as he would hope, but maybe he's just not used to it, or maybe there's just something to do with lag. I don't know, but we definitely want to at least have that. It just is going to make all of our lives easier, and really the material you're watching easier as well, right? All right, I think I'm just going to put this... I'm going to climb the mound here for a second. I'm just going to put this right here for right now. We need to kind of do a bit of a yard cleanup here. I've got stuff kind of everywhere. All right, so we're going to pull this out of the barn here. I was not able to change the color on this, unfortunately. I would have loved to change the color to try to match everything else, right? But it would not allow me to do that. And let's see. We want to turn this on really quick. I just want to make sure I have the settings set up. So, unfold the baler, obviously. The bale size right now is 181 centimeters. I think the 181 centimeter thing, if I understand this correctly, it will create hay out of this grass. It will not create grass. You cannot turn that into silage. Well, I guess depending on the production you have. Our production doesn't have the ability to accept hay. So we are going to have to do the small little 120 centimeter bales, which are the ones you could pick up by hand anyway, right? The only difference with this thing is that it just has a width, a wide width on it, so we can pick up more easily. And it basically removes the need to have a windrower, if you will. All right, we're underway. Now, it's not the fastest thing in the world, right? We're going 6 miles per hour, so it's going to be a little bit slower, but that's okay. We've got the trailer, the auto-load trailer, so that's going to help us out tremendously here as well. We actually had thought about initially when we started this series not doing any auto-loads of any sort, but they both kind of really wanted to have auto-loads, so I was like, all right, we'll do that. It's competitive anyway. It's supposed to be fun. We're going to be going against each other anyway, having a competition, so if it can make things go a little bit faster for everyone so that everyone's trying to be a little bit more, how do I want to put it? A little bit more everyone have a little bit more of a chance to kind of be in the competition, right? If one of us, you know, takes off and does way better than the other, then will it still be enjoyable to watch? Sure. But will it be as enjoyable as it would be if all of us, any of us could win at any point? Right? So we're just, you know, trying to keep it fun, keep it enjoyable, and this is just a very much a quality of life helpful type of thing more than anything. So that's really the reason why we went ahead and accepted it. You know, I talked about it in the end of the last episode. If you didn't see it for whatever reason, you can go back and watch that if you want. But I was like, I don't know about that, but we all kind of agreed to it, so we're going to go for it. So when we're done baling all this up, I'm going to actually go get the harvester, and we're going to kind of flaunt that and tease and cause a little mayhem, if you will. Just driving around and making them question who's in the lead. I still don't think it's me, but we're still going to make them question who's in the lead. Now, we still actually have quite a lot of grass that we can mow that we haven't even touched yet, right? We have a ton that we haven't even touched yet. This whole setup here is definitely going to help us with that. I mean, we're cutting our time in half of what we had to do before, right? All of you were correct in the comments. I didn't have to do the windrowing. I really didn't. I could have just went for the forage wagon, the loading wagon approach, and picked it up off the ground directly, and that would have worked perfectly fine. But, you know, I think it was easier to actually windrow all that up, and that's the reason why I was doing it. I think it would take almost, if not the exact same amount of time to windrow it versus not windrowing it, because the actual width that it would pick up off the ground wasn't that wide, right? So with the windrower, we were getting quite a few, you know, passes all put into one. So I do think that in general was helping us out. Now, would it have saved us money to go that approach? Absolutely. Absolutely would have. 100%. I saw a lot of people. I was watching both Rusty and Crestu's episodes, as we all do, and saw some people saying, you know, like the hay might be the smarter approach to go with, and you might be right. Maybe it is. You do make a little bit more money off the silage, but the silage does take a little bit more effort. Now, the only difference about what we're doing now compared to what we did have before is before we obviously had the, silage additive, which was helping, right? We don't have that with this, but that's okay. We're still going to produce plenty with this, I guess is how I'm trying to put it. Now, one thing I haven't tested out, and I should have tested all this out before I bought it all, but I was like, you know what? We're going to go for it. We're just going to jump straight in. We're going to go for it. Hopefully, when these bales are all picked up with the auto load, hopefully I can unload these into our little silage production, right? If I can't, I might have to make a change in the silage production as well. But that's okay. We don't have a ton to do in the winter besides doing the mowing and preparing all of these fields, right, and selling whatever we got. I mean, that's really the only things we're going to be able to do for the next 3 months, counting this episode, or the next 3 episodes, I guess, right? So put some stuff down, obviously, when we make money, but we know we can't plant anything, right? We can't seed anything, drill anything, whatever. We can't do any of that, so... That's a heck of a lot of little baby bales. That's a ton of baby bales. Alright, that is all done. We can go put this away. That was so much quicker than what we've been doing. And we're going to need to bring the trailer up and modify it again. We're going to have to modify it into a flatbed auto-load trailer. So we're going to bring that up to the shop, and when we do that, we'll kind of leave that up there for a second and grab our harvester while we're at it and kind of bring it back and rub it in their faces. And then we'll get the trailer at that point. All right, let's grab this trailer. All right, we're going to pull this up right here for the time being. We're just going to leave that there. We're going to head over here. Look at this big boy. Look at this guy. The thing's a beast, man. It's a behemoth. I love this harvester. We really need to do a service to this harvester too, so you know what? I think I'm going to do that. Let's put the beacons on just to cause more insult to injury to them. Repair is $1,697. We're going to go ahead and do it. The paint condition is terrible on this, but I really don't care, right? We've talked about that in the past. Like, it's a waste of money to do any kind of the paint condition stuff unless we're going to be selling it, which may be down on the road. Maybe we will be, but... well, certainly when the end of the series is over, right? We'll be selling everything at that point, so... but for the time being, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to buy a header yet. Again, we're just going to hold out hope. The hope is probably minuscule, but we're going to hold out hope nonetheless that we can find a header in the used market. The odds are very, very low, but there's no reason to buy one right now. We might as well wait on that. It's still going to cost us some money, but that's going to be, you know, a small expense in comparison to what this would be if we were paying full price for it. All right, where is Crestu at? He is right there by his water tank, it looks like. And he's going to see it in just a second. Now he's going to see it. He saw it. Now I gotta rub it in, and he's so upset. I can tell you right now, he's so upset about it. He is so upset. Oh, this is glorious. There's not much better than just rubbing stuff in their faces when you get something that you know though for a fact they wanted, and they weren't able to get it. He still doesn't know. He still doesn't know. Now he does. Now he does. It's good fun, man. That's just good fun. All right. I can't wait to watch their episodes when they figure out that I had this. They're going to be so upset. So upset. Now, this is not going to fit in our shed. So it's going to have to sit outside for the time being, but it is what it is, right? There's not much we can do about that. All right, let's change this here. We'll customize it into the bale trailer. There we go. Perfect. Exactly what we're looking for. Just got to keep it kind of close here, and they should pick all of these up, no problem at all. Now, I don't know if I can drive down the middle here and get both. That would be fantastic. No, it doesn't appear. It appears it might be just slightly too far away. That's okay. But it doesn't take us any time at all to come through here and pick all these up, right? This is significantly faster than what we were doing. Well, maybe it does. Maybe I have to be perfectly right down the middle, but maybe it does, because it just grabs some of those. Yeah, it's getting them. I have to be perfectly down the middle, though. Yeah, some of them are too far away. This seems to hold quite a few bales, if I'm honest with you. Look at this. The thing holds a lot. That's a lot of bales. 86 of these little tiny square bales here, gang. That's a lot. Alright, moment of truth. Is this going to work? I hope so. I'm going to turn the setting back on here for a minute. I just want to make sure I do this correctly. It just says unload bales, so I'm hoping if I just unload them right here, it'll just work. Oh boy. This is not going to work with this production. There is issues with this production. This is not a good thing, gang. This is not a good thing at all. Oh boy, we are having all kinds of issues here, aren't we? Can I force them to unload over here? I think we're going to be going back to the silage pole. I don't know why I would even try to go for this route anyway. I mean, it was working, but... yeah, this is not going to work. Okay. Well, that's not going to work, so we're going to have to figure out something else, gang. That is not what I was hoping for. This has gone almost a bit of a disastrous episode here for me, hasn't it? Nope. Not going to work. Well, I don't know what to do there, gang. I'm gonna have to, you know, I think I'm gonna have to have a bit of a rethink here, because that's not gonna work. So we have 220 chickens now out of 300. Once we get 300 maxed, we're gonna sell some of them. Because it's going to make us a little bit of money. It's not going to be anything crazy, but it's going to make us a little bit of money. Pumpkins. Let's look at pumpkins really quick. I want to see if the price is still good. We should go sell those really quick. It's not terrible. Yeah, I think I probably should sell those really quick. I'm kind of tempted to just use this thing, because I won't have any straps or anything, but I should be able to utilize it. So I'm tempted to do this one. Looks like the guys might be done and ready to do the race here, so give me just a second here. You know what we're going to try to do? We're going to try to do something a little crazy here. We're turning on the transporting position. I'm going to try something. This is not realistic at all, but we're going to try it anyway. We're going to see if this works. We're just going to take them to Rusty if we can huck them up here. Looks like they just kind of went right through the grass, but that's okay. Okay, evidently I didn't let go of that one. Please pick up the bale. Or the pallet, I mean. Thank you. Okay. That went well. I'm gonna go see if I can sell these. The grass bales might sell with it. That's not gonna work, is it? Well, I'll tell you what. Let's do this then. Let's just call an audible here. We're gonna have to get rid of that silage thing, unfortunately, with the new process we're trying here. So that means we're gonna go back to the silage pole, which we are very used to this thing. I love this thing. So the goats kind of go to. Can't really see it, but it's somewhere in this region that the goats stop at. It's here. So I think I'd like to put this here on the edge of our grass field here. Perfect. All right, so we'll put that there, and then we can go and take these and unload these into that pole, hopefully, and it should work. It should. And then we can sell the pumpkin after that, hopefully. As long as this does work, then we're going to be okay. We're going to be okay. Oh, there goes my pumpkin pallet. So maybe not. Alright, well that went about as bad as it possibly could go. The nice thing evidently on this one, which some of these auto load pallets, they don't have the possibility for this. I think Rusty is laughing at my expense here with what's happening. I'm sure he's up in the air looking at everything. Alright, let's sell these really quick. I can clean up the rest of that, even though it's a bit of a mess. I can clean up the rest of those here in a second. Off camera, obviously. And I'll probably do a little bit more work off camera, too. I'll probably start at least plowing up that field, if not actually plowing the entirety of the field. I'll probably do that, too. So let's sell this here, although I'd probably make more money elsewhere, but we're going to sell that here. Alright, perfect. That gets us up to 14,458. Alright, gang, welcome to the inaugural Rusty Money Gaming and Zorch farming race within Farming Simulator 25. We're going to be doing a race on this track, as you can see in the background. The three of us are going to be starting here. Somehow I got put in the back row. I don't know how they smuggled their way ahead of me, but that's fine. We're going to be starting this race here. We're going to do 3 laps, and as a bit of a Christmas special, we'll see who wins between the three of us. And I'd put the money on me if I were you. I'm ready, boys, when you guys are ready. I'm in the cart. I got it started. Do a quick save, and then we're ready to go.
Here we go, everybody.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go. Right into him. Yeah, you gotta start your car, boys. What are you guys doing? All right, here we go. We're underway. Oh, there he is, just running right into me. There he goes. Move it! I got a race to win. We got some jumps in this ring, man. We got so much in here. We got jumps. We've got corners. We've got jumps in the middle of the actual track itself, because it's not perfectly flat.
I was doing really good, buddy, before we started Krusty's still back at the start finish line.
It's Sunday. It's a Sunday drive. I'm just enjoying the scenery.
Oh my goodness. Zorch is just creaming our rear ends.
I got a commanding lead here. Feeling pretty good. Oh no, I hit the corner.
Oh man, I am so bad at this.
It is hard to get your cart going straight.
And here I am, the one that plays racing games and not doing very good. Hey, you might even be able to lap Krusty.
We should have gave Krusty a head start. He's on PC. He doesn't have a controller, so you should have gave him a head start.
It's fine.
I know myself, but Zorch Farming and Krusty and myself would like to wish everybody happy New Year and Merry Christmas.
Absolutely.
Happy New Year.
I want a new, for Christmas, I want a new go-kart because this one's all banged up already.
Yeah, you know, here's the problem is the guy that works at a Case dealership doesn't got the Case car. Somebody took it from him.
That might have been on purpose.
Please.
Make him utilize another company that's not Case.
I don't have the speed. Well, as soon as I turn up the speed, I'm in. Oh man. Nope. Denied.
I passed him. He's got lapped.
We're on lap 2 now.
Oh, that was a bad jump.
Me too. I'm on lap 2 as well.
Right. Way ahead. I should try that first person thing again.
I'm
Farming, so you drive like this.
It's better, I promise.
First person.
I don't know about that.
Whenever I race first person, if I do any other racing games on my other channel, like, I never do first person. But in this, it's much easier for me in first person for some reason. Don't know why. Oh, look at that jump. We're going to go into third person.
Funniest part of all this is if you only could see our Discord chat.
Oh man, this is so bad. This is so bad. Good thing there's no.
I got it.
Good
This guy's dumb idea.
This was all Rusty's idea.
The good thing with is that the only cop around is a retired one, so all this drinking and driving isn't gonna get me arrested.
Right?
Oh man. Oh no, here he comes. Oh, come on. Oh, I just got smoked. I'm not even competing.
Maybe I can catch you, Zorch, but I ain't gonna catch you. We're just in the middle of lap 3.
Do you need help, Rusty? I can make stuff happen.
I think that's the win, boys.
Right now.
I think that's the win, boys. So anybody that bet on me was the winner. Which was probably nobody.
Did you already do 3 laps?
I've done 3 laps. I'm getting ready to lap you again.
I'm working on lap. I'm working on lap 4.
Here's my prediction. Okay, Zorch Farming won the race. Rusty got second. Krusty got third. It's Krusty or I that's gonna win this one-tile challenge thing, and we're gonna put Zorch in last place.
You're after today's episode. I mean, everyone probably, if they're still watching mine, at least they probably would agree with you. It was all over the place. It was terrible.
Oh, man. This is so embarrassing.
Whoa, poor Rusty. Oh my goodness. Uh-oh.
Oh!
Good thing we can lift these things. Oh, now I gotta get it on the track, though. Come on. Spin it the right direction, Rusty. How do I... Okay. Drop it. There we go. Now we're back in it.
Krusty's just skipping half the track.
All right.
Viewers like that move.
If only I didn't stop dropping it.
Hey, he even cheated. We beat him. All right.
Come on, I can't even pick this up.
Oh!
I'm gonna have to drive it.
Well, that concludes.
Yeah, I think I've had enough. I've had enough.
It's been a good one, though, gang. It's been a fun episode. Yeah, make sure you smash the like and subscribe button. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, all that stuff.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, everybody. Have a good one.
Ditto.
Thanks, gang. See ya.
Yeah.